of the City Council, visitors and guests present in the session hall, people of Cagayan de Oro, good afternoon. Madam Chair, may I move to dispense the reading of the minutes of the regular session of this Council on September 25, 2023, and consider the furnishing of copies thereof to the members as reading.
Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve the said minutes.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
We have no special report, so we can now proceed to the business of the day.
Okay.
Item 1. We have substituted this item, Madam Chair, with another ordinance. In deference to the questions raised by some members of the City Council with regards to the propriety and the process, the procedure followed in the arrival of the and conclusion in the acquisition and also in the construction cost of the building of our new government center and Eco Park. So instead of the one originally printed in our agenda, this will be the replacement of the said ordinance. Item 1, Proposed Resolution 2023, number 515, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor, Rolando A. Uy, to negotiate with any reputable government institution, banking institution, for a loan with terms most advantageous to the city government, and in the amount of 2.5 billion pesos to fund the proposed Cagayan de Oro Government Center and Economic Enterprises Tourism Site, Eco Park, inclusive of land acquisition, land development, and construction of the City Hall complex. I move for the approval of this
Any second?
ordinance.
Objection? Manifestation, Councilor Ian Mark Nakaya, you recognize?
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. May I manifest that all the attachments included under item number 1 are not included in the proposed measure that has been presented by the majority leader. So in other words, this is just the first stage, the first phase of the action that we would like to undertake to acquire more additional property for our government center, and at the same time the land development and construction of a new City Hall complex. So there's nothing in the attachments in our agenda that would include in the consideration of the substituted measure. Thank you.
Okay, this is manifestation. Okay. Let me call Councilor Attorney Joey Abu.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Good afternoon to this august body and to all guests present. May I just inquire, Madam Presiding Officer, if such was the manifestation that the attachment in this agenda would not comprise or be part of the basis of the passage of this resolution, then may I ask what would be the basis of negotiating for a loan in the amount of 2.5 billion then?
Are you asking questions?
Yes, Madam Presiding Officer.
Okay. Who is willing to answer? Councilor Ian Mark Nakaya, you have the floor.
For 2 weeks, Madam Presiding Officer, we have already been prompted by the intentions of the executive to acquire property for the development of our government center and other ecotourism program. And with much consideration, we would like to follow the long tradition of how things are done in the legislative branch. While there is nothing wrong in the direction set by the executive, which has already communicated with banking institutions such as Land Bank and DBP. And in fact, it is already within our appreciation that Land Bank has a lower interest rate and has offered much better than the other bank. However, to make the ball roll according to right and the long-standing approach that the Sangguniang Panglungsod has adopted in the past, we would like to first authorize the Chief Executive to engage with banking institutions that would provide the legislative branch, such as the Sangguniang Panglungsod, the right information. So, herewith, Madam Presiding Officer, is a resolution that authorizes the City Mayor on this regard. So, we are already privy of the activities of the executive. We are not blindsiding any and all documents that has already been presented, even the oral manifestations of some department heads who appeared before the joint committee last week. But we would like to firm up our intentions by doing the authority first to the Chief Executive to handle the job according to the intentions of the Sangguniang Panglungsod.
Thank you very much, Councilor Ian Mark Nakaya. Yes, Councilor Attorney Joey Abu, you're recognized.
Thank you again, Madam Presiding. I understand that this is only an authority for the local chief executive to negotiate with banks, which would be advantageous to the city. Then, if that is the case, Madam Presiding Officer, may I just manifest and move that instead of stating that the local chief executive would negotiate to other banks, which would be advantageous to this said project, and since the attachment would not be would form part of the said item, then let's just erase the amount placed therein, because we do not have any basis at all. Kung negotiation na lamang sa gani po di siya, negotiate, no problem. But I cannot see any basis on why the local chief executive would negotiate for the said amount, the 2.57, when in fact, in the committee level, that's not the amount approved by the said committee. Since negotiation naman siya, let's just put it plainly there, the authorization to the local chief executive to negotiate without a specific amount.
Thank you very much. Yes, Councilor Attorney Edgar Cabadlas, you have the floor.
Madam Chair, we cannot negotiate with any bank without the amount, without proposing any amount. We have to introduce some amount before we can start negotiation, because what is the purpose of the negotiation without the amount? And the basis for this 2.5 billion, Madam Chair, is the idea of a previous offer made by somebody, by the Seed family. That was actually the why we come into that, an idea that there is that amount. But we excluded the papers or the documents that was attached in the previous agenda because we want this to be open. We may allow other proponents or other sellers or other properties which may be located in the city of Cagayan de Oro for possible purchase. We will not be fixed to buy this property of the Seed family. That is why we did not anymore include that. Our hands might be tied if we will fix we will place in the resolution the owner of the property. Mo kana nga wala lang nato sana sila gibutang, but we have the idea what would be the purchase price of the property that we will be acquiring. So mo kana ang so wala safe kita kay wala But we're open. Kung napay land property that would be available, why not? Negotiate. If we can negotiate with the said family to reduce the price, why not? Di ba? So, walang tayo magpuntang na kay parang hindi tayo mahigtan. And to say that those documents are totally irrelevant, I don't think so, because that was the basis for this amount of 2.5 million. But we are not fixing our mind in buying that property. This is an open negotiation with any other landowners. Thank you
Okay,
very much.
thank you very much, Majority Floor. Is your manifestation an objection, Councilor Attorney Joey Abu?
It's not, it was an inquiry, Madam Presiding Officer, to shed light on the matter. So it's a good thing na nari nga po ikuan ani dili ta fixed lugar sa katunga price, open ta. And as to query ang in response na po sa comment ni Good Councilor Majority Floor Leader nga we have to have an amount to be placed to be para ma-appeal sa negotiation with the bank. So, I think it's also safe to say that the basis on this 2.5 is those documents that is part of the seed family that was offered to us. But still, dili pa malugar siya. But negotiation naman siya, that's merely an inquiry, Madam Presiding Officer.
Okay, so is there any objection? Objection. Objection, Councilor Agrasuan, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. I do respect the rationale given by our majority leader and my other colleagues, but again, I disagree with the 2.5 billion for the acquisition and the actual building of the City Hall as of now, and I believe that for the 2.5 billion, we can use it for really other important infrastructures and programs in the city. And that being the case, Madam Chair, I move for the division of the House.
Okay, so let us divide the House, no? Those who are in favor of this proposed resolution number 2023-515 may raise your right hand. Approval.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
So we have 13 for yes, and please raise your hand for the no.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so 13 for approval of the resolution number 2023-515 is now carried.
Move to approve on second and final reading, Madam
Any
Chair.
second? Any objection? Objection?
The same number.
Okay, so it's the same number.
Same
So we
number.
don't have to raise anymore.
No
The
more.
hands are okay. So objection by Councilor Agasuan. So
With the same number of
Suwan,
voting.
Councilor Ibi Mano, Councilor Ayana Chas, and Councilor Attorney Joey Abu. So motion is hereby carried.
Item number 2. Third, please. Taas man.
Item number 2 is proposed resolution number 2023-513, accrediting the herein enumerated civil society organizations for purposes of their membership in the Committee on People's Organization of the City Development Council, pursuant to Ordinance number 14334-2022, to wit: A. Filipino Kanaskuhan Rapidosa Martial Arts Association, FKR Philippines. B. Musubuso ECCG Group, Musubuso Garfish Association. C. GBIM 10, Guardians Brotherhood Incorporated, Mainstream, Cagayan de Oro Chapter. D. Cagayan de Oro Hotel and Restaurant Association, Kohara. E. Batinay Environmental Conservation Communal Garden, ECCG. And F. City of Cagayan de Oro Federation of Rural Improvement Club Incorporated.
Madam Chair, may I move that Councilor Ian Mark Nakaya be recognized?
Councilor Ayan Mark Nakaya, you're recognized.
I move for its approval.
Second. Objection? I hear none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second, objection. I hear none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 3, proposed resolution number 2023-514, earnestly requesting Honorable Maria Luna Liena G. Lantixe Saba, presiding judge of the Municipal Trial Court in Cities, Branch 5, 10th Judicial Region, the city to hold in abeyance the implementation of the writ of demolition issued by Her Honor in civil case number 7926 entitled Heirs of Salod Lina, represented by Angelina Salcedo and Robert Lina Salcedo versus Loong et al. Defendants for ejectment to enable the city government of Cagayan de Oro City through the City Housing and Urban Development Department to conduct socio-economic survey of the affected residents thereof and to identify a suitable relocation area for them. May I request Councilor James Judith to be recognized.
Councilor Attorney James Judith, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, move for the approval of proposed resolution number 2023-514.
Second, objection. I hear none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 4, third. A move to approve on second and final reading.
Second, objection. I hear none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 4 is proposed ordinance number 2023-311, appropriating the sum of 1,719,925 pesos and 6 centavos from the item non-office economic services sector, special purpose funds, land acquisition, expropriation in the 2023 annual budget to be made available for the payment of the claim for just compensation of improvements, buildings of the herein claimants which were affected by the 10-meter wide proposed road from the National Highway towards Tablon Hospital Infirmary Facility located in Barangay Tablon, the city, and for this purpose authorizing the Honorable City Mayor to sign the deed of absolute sale thereof, to wit, Romeo Hinilaso, Tax Deck G-414897, Alan Dayan, Tax Deck J-414898, Antonio Banak, Tax Deck G-414899, James Roland F. Cortejos, Tax Deck G-414900, and James Roland F. Cortejos, Tax Deck G-414901.
May I request, Madam Chair, that Councilor George Gooking be recognized.
Councilor George Goking, you are recognized.
I move for the approval of the proposed ordinance number 2023-311, Madam Chair.
Any second? Objection? Okay. Manifestation? Councilor Michael Seno, you have the floor.
Good afternoon, Madam Presiding Officer. Good afternoon to my fellow colleagues of the 28th City Council, friends from the media, and fellow Cagayanons. Mangutanan ako, Madam Presiding Officer, is that mo ba ni siya ang katong mga, rason nga ngano ang ato ang pag-construct sa Tablon nga hospital na delayed tungod kay walay agianan? Right of way? Just a query. Mo ba ni siya, Madam Presiding Officer?
Okay. Anybody can answer? Yes. Majority Floor Leader, Attorney Edgar Cabanlas.
Being the chairman of the committee,
Okay.
we inspected this area and there is no access road from a big road entering the premises of the Tablon Hospital. Mukha na ang sitwasyon dito. I do not know whether there was a delay or not. I cannot comment on that. But this is necessary for the full use and full implementation of the project. Lisod kayo dito, Madam Chair, makasulod ka dito, lisod kayo, mag-agi ka, kung na yung mga ambulansya, di makasulod. Without this, the approval of this item.
So are we going to refer that to your committee again?
No more.
Wala na?
Umana.
Nana?
Niya na kayo, naman sa atong agenda. Number 4.
Payment. Yeah.
Payment.
So, nanay dalan.
Nana.
Okay. So, what is your question?
Yeah, it seems that the majority floor leader have answered already my question.
Okay.
Ang ako lang, Madam Presiding Officer, giklaro lang yun nako kung mumagid ni ang rason og nahimo na ba karon
Na-resolve na ba?
na-resolve na ba sa City Council karon for the record nga kay basin mangutana na pud nga nung delayed na diha.
Tingala
Tungod diha
bitaw ko
niya ni-
nimo ano yung question.
Thank you. That's a query lang, Madam Presiding
Okay,
Officer.
okay. So,
pasalamat ko
this-
sa Committee
Okay.
on Subdivision and Landed State na
So, this will be...
yaksinan sa bab.
Okay,
Thank you
so
so much, Madam
there's already
Presiding
this right of way. Okay. Thank you very much.
Because there was no, the issue of delay was not the issue, that was not
Sa dalan.
one of the issues raised in the application for payment. Wala man na.
Okay.
But maybe, I do not know, maybe. Oh,
So, karon pwede na.
pwede na.
Ibayaran naman sila.
Bayaran.
Anyway, sige, thank you.
Sige.
Dili na po sila kakural, kaya bayaran naman sila. There was already a negotiation, di ba?
Yes, I mean, the owners were here.
Okay.
When we
So,
had a
so
meeting.
klaro na siya, Councilor Michael. Okay na? Okay, thank you very much. Yes, Councilor Attorney James Judith?
Madam Chair, kuan lang ni, matter of styling lang ni. Aski natibukan, okay kuan ni. Ang ako lang nga, gibutangan naman ko nato din sa paghuman sa Tablon Hospital, open parenthesis, infirmary facility, close. So, naa naman ni, tanggalan na ni hospital kay Garia kuan ni, kay dili man na sa hospital. Mo lang. So, Tablon nga infirmary facility, dili na sa hospital.
Ha?
Si Councilor na. Infirmary and hospital is different?
Yes,
Okay.
according to DOH. The DOH classification.
Sige, let us have Councilor...
Barangay Health Center.
So this is infirmary, not hospital. Is that how it is? Yes, Councilor Lourdes Gani, she's the doctor.
May ngapon ka natong tanan. Actually, infirmary hospital, no? Isa na siya, mura na siya level 1 nga hospital. Pero tungod kay, it can accept mga 10 days na admission. Naamag na siya category by hospital pag-accredit sa DOH and PhilHealth. So, first step, gid na siya ang infirmary hospital. So, kung maingon si Councilor James na
Dili
Tablon, Dili Hospital, kung sa may nomenclature nga ito, batang infirmary, Tablon,
So, bumibida ka, Tablon, infirmary, period?
Super Health Center, I don't think it's a...
Sa budget. Because infirmary mo man ay primero nga stage, that's precisely what infirmary
Level one.
lang ibuta kay primero man level 1. Yet it's still a hospital kay later on that will progress to level 2. Is that what I mean? Okay. So it's still a hospital. Oo, you cannot say
Mas may maginang hospital, Madam Chair, kaya para
Diretso
makatultol
na.
ang mga tao. Ang tao di kasabot
Correct.
ng infirmary, abnilaw sa kana.
Yes, Councilor Lourdes Gani, you have the floor.
Ma'am, I think appropriate man gud Tablon Hospital kay ang atong aim ana is eventually
Second,
ato man ang i-upgrade into level 2, level 3 kay lisod man po for the city government to go into level 3 nga hospital nga nabay mga kailangan nga mga ekwipo, manpower nga ato i-consider para ma-upgrade nato na siya.
So, gi-emphasize lang, infirmary pa siya karon.
Oo.
Yeah, mora na siya.
Pero buta
Still a
na
hospital.
Kaya ka ng infirmary, para sa infirmary sa Sibiru University na sulod, para naman siya na yung mga makilo. Napanggos. Nahulog skural. Napiangan. Infirmary ba na yung mga peskin?
Mga ginagmay lang ba? Ginagmay.
Buta na
Murag
ito,
clinic.
hospital.
Oo. So anyway, okay na to ha. So any second?
Second.
Second na. Objection. Okay, I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second, objection. I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Number 5, clerk.
Item number 5, proposed ordinance number 2023-312, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Rolando A. Uy, representing the City Government of Cagayan de Oro, to file the application for the issuance of special patents with the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, Regional Field Office number 10, covering the herein specified properties of the City Government of Cagayan de Oro identified as institutional sites, to wit, Cadastral lot number 2788 located in Barangay Indahag under tax declaration numbers G-244588, G-244589, and G-244590 with an area of 3,000 square meter, 200 square meter, and 12,469 square meter respectively. Cadastral lot number 2787 located in Barangay Indahag under tax declaration number G-049808 with an area of 5,379 square meter. Cadastral lot number 20493, Barangay Bayanga, under tax deck G-174533 with an area of 7,445 square meters under the name of, as declarant, the City Government of Cagayan de Oro.
May I request Councilor Pipi Joey Pipi Abo be recognized, Madam Chair,
Councilor Attorney Joey Abo.
being a member of the committee.
Move for the approval of proposed ordinance number 2023-312.
Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Number 6 ba? Oh, number 6, item 6, proposed ordinance number 2023-313, approving the simple subdivision plan of Lot 21, Block 13, LRC PSD 25027, with an area of 401 square meters, containing 3 lots, located in Barangay Nazareth, the city, as applied for by Ms. Amparo Pabilona Lanquino, represented by her attorney, in fact, Ms. Giseline Lanquino Tabuno, subject to the conditions imposed by the City Housing Board, City Engineer's Office, and City Housing and Urban Development Department, all of the city. Move for the approval of this ordinance.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve second final reading.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Item 7, last item for inclusion, Madam. Move for inclusion, item number 7. This is decision ni condolence.
Yeah, he just he passed away.
Hala?
I think only today.
Joe?
Yeah, di ba, Seth? Councilor Seth? Just today. Yeah. So we'd like to express our condolences, no, to the family of Dr. Goles.
Move for inclusion, Madam Chair.
Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Item 7, proposed resolution number 2023-516, expressing the 20th City Council's deepest sorrow for the untimely demise of Dr. Jose Joe Maria R. Goles, former president of the CUD Cagayan University, and conveying most profound sympathy and condolences to the bereaved family, subject to styling, proponent Councilor Josette Magtasdaba, and supported by all members present.
Okay, in a second? Any objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection. I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
It's 3:30, Madam Chair. There being no other
This is
matters.
the shortest plenary session we had. So,
There being no other matters to take up, move for adjournment.
yeah. Session adjourned. God bless us all. Safe back home. Travel back home.